so let's do a kidney overview. All right, so kidney overview. All right, so here's you. Here's our body. So whatever. Okay, so what is our body made out of? It's made out of cells, right? All kinds of cells that make up tissues, that make up organs, yada yada. So, but ultimately, we're made out of cells, okay? And of course, we have this crazy tube running down the middle of our body. And the cells that are in our body, these cells are watery, okay? They're full of water, and they're full of salty water. We've got ions in them. You have potassium, sodium, whatever. And then on the outside of cells, these cells float in salty water. Okay? Blood, by and large, is made up of salty water. Okay? So the kidneys, these guys here, little kidneys going down to that little bladder. So the kidneys, they monitor all this. They monitor the qualities of blood. And of course, that affects cells and the water that cells are floating in, because things are moving from the blood into the interstitial spaces, into cells, and then from cells into the interstitial space and into the blood. Okay? So the kidneys function to filter the blood. So they filter out the waste products of metabolism. Okay? So what do kidneys filter? They're filtering the blood, but what specifically is being filtered? Okay, what is happening in this filtration process? So we're filtering things that have to do with pH. So hydrogen ions. So we're filtering that. We're filtering things that have an effect on ion concentrations. So maintaining those. So sodium, potassium, bicarbonate, all right, calcium, chloride, things like that. Okay. Another thing it will filter out is glucose, and will affect glucose concentration. Okay. Kidneys have an effect on water balance. When they're filtering out sodium, and if they are filtering out glucose and glucose is spilling out into the urine, that's going to affect water balance and blood volume. If the kidneys decide to dump sodium, that means water's going to go with it. If it decides to retain sodium, Water's going to stay and follow that as well. Okay. It filters out hormones. All right. It filters out proteins. It filters out all kinds of things in the kidney, filtering out things from blood. Okay. So it also makes hormones. Leave that there. Makes hormones. Has a role in vitamin D activation. Vitamin D is not made by the skin. Vitamin D in the sunlight stimulates a precursor in the skin, and then that goes to the liver, and the liver makes vitamin D, and then it sends it to the kidney, and the kidney activates it into active vitamin D or calcitriol. It also has a function in gluconeogenesis. So the kidneys are really, really important, and they are really important to understand how they work and how the blood gets filtered and cleaned.